Okay. I think now it should be working. Sorry, I think I had a problem with my microphone. Okay, I think now we are good. Let's see if you all can hear me. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so we can start developing our application. Sorry about the technical difficulty here. Okay, so we can finally start. Welcome all to the stream, the second part in which we are actually developing a feature request app. So to give you all an overview on what we are actually developing, you can always check out the first video, but yeah, let's just review it. This is a feature request app, so users can access your product page. You can like register a product page, and users can create requests for features of your product, and then the community can vote upon those requests. They can comment, and then you, as the owner of this space, the owner of this product, you can approve or disapprove pending feature requests, and then you can create some sort of interactivity with your community. I also plan to actually configure Paddle or Stripe as a payment system later, but right now we are just starting developing our application. So in the previous session, I gave a broader overview on what this product is. We started developing this product, then basically we configure our application, our Next.js application, alongside all of the dependencies. I also explained that in the previous video. And yeah, we actually, I will actually continue from what we what was left from the previous stream. So basically, we ended up having a plain Next.js application with configured with NextAuth, so users can actually sign in with GitHub. In this case, later on we will add more providers, but right now I'm signed in with my GitHub account. And we configured that to be deployed on Vercel. Later on, we have to go back to Vercel and add the keys, the GitHub authentication keys as environment variables. We still didn't add that. And I actually created a board to explain a bit better the step-by-step on the things that we will develop here. So right now we have to finish the project configuration and finish configuring React Query and Chakra UI, because till now we just have this. So an empty project with some schema, Prisma schema, containing all the data that we need to handle user authentication, that this is coming from NextAuth. And yeah, we have a blank, initial kind of project built with Next. We just added the NextAuth basic scaffold to just test the authentication in the page. And then we have our session provider here. And then, yeah, we have to actually finish up configuring everything. So, yeah, without much further ado, let's begin. We have to finish the project configuration. Let's finish configuring React Query. So let's go to React Query documentation. I know how to configure it, but I also want to show where to find that kind of thing, and I want to have this kind of struggle on actually configuring that by looking up into the documentation. So basically, I know that for like we already had this installed, this is fine. I also want to add this configuration here. We have to actually have a React Query client. We have to have that within our application. And I actually will just import from React Query, the query client. And I actually just want to wrap this up into use state from React use state. There we go. And then we have our query client. And then as they are showing here in the documentation, we have to wrap it up within our app components. So now we have the query client. We have to provide a query client provider. And by doing that, all our components now will have access to the same scope and the same context on React Query, and then we can start doing requests all over the place. We will test that out later, but I think that this is all we need to do in order to make a React Query work for us regarding like configuration. So this is fine. I think I have to do one extra thing. I think let's just give it a quick look in the documentation and see how that actually works, because I know that because we are doing that in Next, we have to do some specific nuances of Next.js. Let's even open up their example here. So let's see if like they have something different. So yeah, they have the client, query client provider here. We have the use state just like we did previously. And see, we have to actually provide this hydrate component to do the server side things. So I will actually wrap over query client provider within our session provider. And then let's just add the hydrate component. Hydrate, I will just import this from React Query. There we go. We configured prettier, so our application should be auto formatting. And then I think that's that for React Query configuration. We are running the application currently in port 3000, so I can just refresh and see if we have any kind of error. And yeah, I think everything is working. Great. I also will love to configure React Query Devtools. So this is the React Query Devtools. It will appear in the browser, a small menu, and we can just see our queries later when we are going to use them. So we just have to import React Query DOM, and then I just have to add this as a component. It can even be right after hydrate. So that's that. And if we refresh our application, yes, we are seeing here a React Query extension. So now every time that we use React Query, we will use it later, we will see the current request state. So we can see if they are fresh, if they are being fetched, if they are stale, if they are inactive. So we can even interact and see which kind of data we are dealing with. Okay. So I think React Query here is actually okay. Maybe we will see if we forgot something later. And I actually want to finish up configuring Chakra, because Chakra also needs some sort of configuration. Because we configure React Query, I will also create a commit. So configure React Query. So that's that. Great. So let's now go and configure Chakra. chakraui.com. There we go. And then I know that they have this framework guide for the first steps. We can just follow through. So we already installed all the Chakra dependencies. And then what we need is to use this Chakra provider. There we go. And we just have to wrap up our application. So yeah, I know that this might, if you're not super used to React environments, this might seem a bit odd that we are actually wrapping up components like that. But imagine that those are our high order components, just to go a bit off this kind of video subject. But imagine that this is like a function, just like we have like function A, and this function A we have like some sort of property. Like let's say that this is maybe our API client or something like that. This means that when we invoke function A sending our API client, I don't know what it is, maybe it's just like an object containing our endpoints, right? So fetch user, something like that, and this is just like a function that will do fetch something, imagine something like that. And then basically, and this is JSX, this is not HTML, so this will be converted to JavaScript. This means that we are just basically putting our functions here. So we have our app, and then we have our child component. And the child component have access to this API client property. So this is the kind of like the essence of this kind of high order component. So basically we are providing some sort of parameters or some sort of functionalities that child components can access it later, because API client here, if I console log API client, this will exist. So this is the essence of it. So this is why we have to like to put things in this kind of hierarchical way. This way we have access to the same sort of like React auth nuances, the React query, and even Chakra. Okay, so we have the Chakra provider. There we go. And I know that we have to do some other things. Yeah, maybe we can already like add a theme. I know that we won't have a theme here per se, but I at least like want to. I already worked with Chakra before, and I know that later on I will want to do some sort of configuration. Maybe this is like doing something prematurely, but this is something that I truly know that I will use later. So I will just create a lib folder. There is no like conventions to that, but I will just toss it up services and other things into this lib folder. And for now, I will just call it this theme.ts. And basically, I will want to import this extend theme. And I think there is like a configuration for use, because I want to use this feature that it comes for free to us from Chakra, that is in order to manage Dart theme. So I think is use system color mode. Yes, I think that's the one. Yes. So one thing that I want to do is I want to do const theme extend theme. So I want to use this extend theme, and I want to pass up a configuration. And in this case, I just want to just extend theme. So that's that. Okay. And then I just want to add use system color mode true. So this is something that I want to do in order to use this here. So check it out. So if use system color mode is true, your app will change color mode based in the user system preferences. So this is what I want to do. And I want to add this here. So I just have to export default theme. There we go. And basically we have to come, I think we have to use then the theme. Let's see where we use that. Yeah, we can use the theme then in other places from our application. So this is actually what I want to do for Next.js. I want to create a document.ts. So let's add here our pages, and let's add underscore document.tsx. There we go. And then basically I want to I want to copy from this. Okay. So let's just copy here, and let's also add a configuration for Typescript to add a path, because I don't want to do like /lib/theme. I want to use a resolver for that. I want to use like a neat pathing system. So within TypeScript, you can just provide a configuration called paths, and I can say everything that is /, I want to map over to the root folder. Oh, and I have to, this is a JSON file. I think that's the only thing I have to do here. Yeah, I think that's the only thing that I have to do. And then basically what I can do, I can just make sure that I can restart my TypeScript server that lives within VS Code. And then I can just do @lib theme. I know that in the document file, that this is like a convention for Next.js, won't move from folder to folder. But at least by using @, I will avoid having to do .. If I move a file, I won't have to actually organize this. So I can always reference to @ as the root of my project. Okay, so I think that is actually what I want to do. So yeah, basically we have the color mode script that comes from Chakra, and they will manage for us the dark mode from our application. Okay, let's see if everything is working. Oh yeah, it's failed to compile, so now we can probably will have to restart this. Let's see. Oh yeah, we can't resolve. So I'm having some troubles with this kind of pathing. Do I have to? Oh yeah, I think I know what I have to do. It's because this is TypeScript wise, so I have to provide the base URL to this. Yeah, it was even like there was even like a compiler error here, so check it out. Non-relative paths are not allowed when base URL is not set. So I have to set a base URL to make sure that when I want to reference *, we know from which folder we want to begin. So that's that. Now I think if I restart, I think now it will work. I hope. Okay, I think now it's fine. All right, we are good. Yeah, we have some warnings here regarding since we created a new Next.js application, and this uses React 18, but Chakra actually uses React 17. We might face some issues later, but yeah, for now they are still not migrated Chakra to React 18, so we will just postpone this to later. Okay, now we have our application is working. You see that even the button is a bit off. It's because we added Chakra, and now we can actually begin doing our application here. And I just want to move our ticket here. So we sort of finished configuring React Query and Chakra UI. So this is a commit. So I will add a commit here. And yeah, actually we have two different things. I will just add type ts config paths for resolving @/ into project root. So this is one commit. And then we have the Chakra configuration. So configure Chakra UI. And because we are closing this ticket, so we have closes the first issue from our repo. This means that after we push, I think with magic of automation, this ticket should be closed. Yes, it's closed. Great. So now we can finally start our second ticket. So create a base interface. So I just want to create something very simple, very slim for our initial interface, at least like the shell, because I don't want to spend too much time thinking on the shell, because I still, despite we have like the drawings here, I don't want to focus much on that part. I just want to focus more on the product itself, but I just want to give like a shell. Let's see what we can actually do. I think I will just create like some sort of layout component that we can use within our application and just be the shell. Okay, so let's try it out. I will create a folder here for our components that are not pages, right? And I will call this a layout.tsx. Later on, we can always create specific folders for specific features. I personally enjoy doing organic evolution. So I like to organically create files and folders by the times that it makes sense. If I can make a reasoning on why create a file or why create a folder, I just don't do it. I don't like to do prematurely split ups. I think it's way easier if we gradually like inflate our files, and then by the time that you feel that this should be split up, that this feels right to do it, we do it. Yeah, let's start doing our layout here. So basically this will be I will create a constant layout here, and that will be just like a plain component that returns some JSX. Let's start with a box. So this is a box component from Chakra, and this is very like div, but they have superpowers, so you can actually add CSS attributes, just like it's very alike Tailwind, but is inside of Chakra component definition. So basically this is it for the layout. And actually what we want to do, this will I don't know if you are coming from view world, this will be the sort of like slot. So every React component will receive this kind of children property, and this children property is just like a slot, so is the other components that we want to render. So let's say that inside of this box, let's just add like maybe let's say a header here, so hello header, and then we will have like some sort of like main content, just to see if this works, and then we will toss it up children. The problem here is that children has implicitly has an any, and this is cool because we actually are being strict here from the start, so we just have to type this out. In order to type it, let's see, because in order to type it, let's just add a type for, I will call it layout props, and this will be children, and children will be react.react node. I think that was that. I hope that this is fine. Okay, and then I just have to do this layout props, and yeah, magically things are working. Okay, and yeah, we can now just try it and use it. So this is not like Nuxt that you can actually define a layout and add this as a property and then the framework will connect. So we just created a dummy component and we just have to connect it with our index here. So let's just toss it out. I will just grab layout. Let's maybe see if restarting the TS server, the autocompletion works. Yeah, for now, I think the autocompletion is not working. Anyways, I can, oh, sorry. I can just manually import this. So I will just add this here. We are good. And then I just, oh yeah, they can't find that. So let's just import layout from @components/layout. So, oh yeah. It's good to export the full layout. Okay, this is why it didn't found. So probably if I erase this and try to import, yeah, now it found. Okay, we're good. Very good, very good. We're making progress. So check it out. We have hello header and we have our content. Just again to explain in case you don't know, this is the children. So if we remove the children, that is the actual divs and HTML, in this case JSX elements that we are putting inside of layout. If we remove the children, we don't have them here. Now, if we have the children that we are sending here inside of layout, now we have all our application. All right. This is progress. For now, I just also want to remove a bit on this noisy HTML. We will eventually just discard this page, but I just don't want to to deal with that here right now. And there we go. We have a very blank and slim layout. Let's start sort of configuring this layout to render our header and render our content in a way that will make sense for us. So maybe for now we can create a header. Yeah, a header component. And because this header, I know this header will have our user authentication. It might have like the page title, and we might even add like a button just like they have here in Chakra to toggle dark mode and light mode. So because of that, I know that this will have quite a lot of logic, and I don't want this to live inside of layout. I normally will just add this to layout, but I already did this kind of thing already, and I think I want to already create a header component just for that. So I will just do that, header.tsx. So let's just do const header equals anything here. So let's just, for example, add a header, hello header, and then export default header. There we go. And then we can just import this here. So it should make no difference for us. And I don't want to do this import here. I want to do directly the or resolved import. And yeah, let's maybe start with the header. Okay, so the header will actually be a box, right? So it will be a box, and we want to access the current logged in user data. If the user is not logged in, maybe we should display like a button to register and to log in. And I also want to maybe have like the page title, if possible. But yeah, let's just try something here and see how it goes. So this header won't have any kind of props, but I actually want to access user data. And to access user data, let me show here is React auth. Next auth, sorry. We have to use session, right? So we can go to where it is, one example. We have to use session to actually get the user data. So let's just do that. So const equals use session. So we are importing from auth React, and we are gonna get data, and data, we are gonna rename this from data to session. Okay, and we will also want to make use of the color mode from Chakra. So we have color mode here in Chakra, and in order to use this, we want to use color mode. Okay, so this is what we are gonna import here. So const, we want to use color mode. There we go. We are importing directly from Chakra. And we want to go for color mode, and we want the toggle color mode function that will handle everything for us. Okay, there we go. And then basically we are gonna return this. And let's start maybe with a box. Okay, so we want a box. I don't know if there is like a way to actually provide the kind of element that this box is, but later on we can convert this to a header if we want to. And then inside of this box, I want maybe like a container, and this box I have to import from Chakra. And let's just add a container. So container is a container component from Chakra. Basically, it will we can provide a size from this container, and it will center out the content from this container. So let's just add a max width. of container.lg, and again, everything regarding variables that are at your disposal from the Chakra perspective, everything is here. I think it's this, I don't know if this is the SX props. I think it's style props, yes. And then we have max width. And then we have here somewhere a list of sizes. And this is coming from the theme sizes. So we just grab something like max width. Maybe I can find, maybe I can't right now. So I don't know by heart. I just know that I have the extension for Chakra, and they autocomplete things for me. Either way, I think it's here maybe, yes. So we have the sizes. So there we go. We have quite a few predefined sizes for us. We can even add our custom, but yeah, you can just grab a default. I don't want to change much from the default. Okay, so we have a container that is actually centered, and I'm doing that because I want to maybe color out the box. So I want like a stripe, and I want the content centered. Okay. Now let's maybe start with maybe I will just add a Flexbox here. There we go. Let's just add a Flexbox here, and I want to add maybe just the toggle button right now. Okay, so let's just try it. I will add a button from Chakra, and I want this button to print out, base it in the color mode, the current color mode, if this is light. Oh yeah, and if you are noticing that my equal sign here is like 3 slashes, this is because of the font that I'm using. So it's actually triple equal, but because my font has ligatures, the equal sign looks like this. So I want this, and then I will just render the moon icon. And I think the moon icon is actually coming from Chakra icons, and I don't know if I have to install this. Let's see, maybe I will have to install Chakra icons. Let's see, icons. Maybe I have to install this. Chakra UI / icons. Maybe not. Let's just try to directly import here, because maybe my autocompletion is not working. So Chakra UI, oh yeah, I think I have to install this dependency. Yeah, one extra dependency then. Okay, so pnpm install Chakra UI, pnpm install Chakra UI icons. So let's install this. Okay, pnpm dev. Again, we are going to ignore those React 18, React 17 errors. And now we have moon icon. Okay. Otherwise, if we don't have the moon icon, I know that we have the sun icon. Okay. So those are the icons from Chakra. And yeah, if we even see our page here, we should see something. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. We have the moon and the sun icon. Here is moon because my system is default to dark theme, so this is why it's a moon. Okay, and basically what I want to do now is I also want to just do a quick toggle. So if I click, I can just do the toggle color mode. So toggle color mode is a function. So on click is expecting a function, so I can just pass it out directly, toggle color mode, and this will automatically invoke the function for me. Oh, I have multiple imports here. Okay, I think now it should be fine. Let's restart TS server, and now we are fine. So I want to toggle color mode. I also want maybe a smaller button, so let's go with a small button. And I will use a color scheme. So Chakra already has quite a few default color schemes that we can use. We have like a lot of options here, and I want to use the blue one because it's a bit more neutral. And I will use a button variant here, and I will use the ghost variant. So let's see how this looks like in the page. There we go. So it's just like a lean button. I will even maybe zoom in the page. So check it out. Yeah, great. So we can click here. Is the sun? Yeah, we are seeing light theme. If we want to go to the dark theme, we just click in the moon. Okay, so we are making some sort of progress here. I also will want to already configure our box because, yeah, this is something that I would love to see. For now, I will use a background color, and this background color will be relative to our color mode. So I know that I can do this. Use color mode value that is coming from the Chakra UI. So again, you can always find that in the documentation, in the color mode. So basically, this is a function that we can provide the light mode value and the dark mode value, and Chakra will take care on rendering the correct value depending on the theme that we are using. So let's say I want to use white background, and I want to use blue.900 background if this is like a dark mode. I also want to add maybe like a border top of 10 pixels solid in the top to make it like a bit pretty. I want to do a border color, and again, like this is just like an abstraction of CSS, so yeah. It should be straightforward to use once you know the wording. So let's use color mode value. There we go. And basically for the light theme, I want to go for blue 400 or so. And for the dark theme is blue 700. I don't care much about like the codes because every time I save, my code is automatically formatted. And then I also want to add some padding in the X axis, so in the sides. So I will add a padding of 4. And this 4 is not 4 pixels. This is just a measure from the framework, the Chakra itself. So it has some specific numbers to add some relative spacing. Again, it's all in the documentation. So I also want to go for a rounded bottom. I want my bottom to be slightly rounded, and I want to add like some sort of like box shadow, and I will use the base box shadow. I don't want too much shadow. So let's see how this looks like. Great. So check it out. We have our border, our background. If it's light mode, we have our border, our border and our background. So yeah, this is sort of working. So yeah, let's just give it a zoom. Okay, let's continue with our header here. Let's see what else do I want to do. So I also don't want my button here to be stitched to its container, right? To this flex. So I want to actually give it like a height of 16. I want, because this is a flex display, I want to align my items to the center. I also want to justify my content here to space between, because right now this is just a button, but I will also want another element right next to the button. I think it's just like the application logo or some title or some link, so I want them to already have like some sort of like space between. And let's see what exactly do I want more. So we have this button, and first of all, let's just save it and just see it how it is. Yeah, it is like a bit weird because I zoomed in. So if I zoom out, things should be a bit better. And now what I want, let's say that I want this kind of button, right? I want this kind of let's say that I want here my like a link or something like that. So our home, maybe like home link. home link. So let's just maybe sketch out a bit. So let's just cut it. So I will want my home link, and I will also want my something like div, and I will have my user drop down. So let me try to explain what is going on in my head. So I want the button to toggle up the color mode. I want my home link right next to this button, and I also want my user drop down right in the end, just like we have it like here. So first of all, I actually want to create this home link and make it closer to this button. So let's just maybe do this. In order to do this, I think I will just have to wrap up this into a Flex container. So let's just add this. All right, so now we have the button and the home link right next to each other, and the parent Flex is with space between. This means that this will be pushed to the left, and the user dropdown will be pushed to the right. So this should be fine. Yeah, great. That's it. That's what I want. And now in my Flex, I also want, because this is Flex display, I want to center out my items, and Flex also has the gap property. So gap was specifically to CSS Grid, but after we had CSS Grid, they actually added gap to Flex. So you can also specify a gap between elements without actually, like, you don't have to do like maybe like a margin left or a margin right in those elements. If you just grab it here and see, you know that we have here the gap right in the middle. So you can even increase this gap, and basically gap will take care on this spacing for you, so you don't have to add margins. That is a good thing. And let's say that based in if the user is authenticated, let's say that actually this home link will actually be present if the user is authenticated, because I don't want to have like a main home screen page. I want just like the user to be authenticated, and the home page will be just like the spaces list. After that, other users will just have to access they will just access the space directly through like a localhost 3000 / like, I don't know, the slug of the space, the name of the product. So we won't have actually like a home screen per se, and this home screen will just exist if the user is logged in. So one thing that I can do is, if the user is authenticated, right? So if the user like has a session, I want to render out a link. So this is a next link. I think it's a next link that I have to actually add. Yes, it's a next link. And this link will have a href, and basically this will be path name, and we don't have that right now, but for now I will just say like /admin /spaces or something like that. Because we are gonna customize this link, I actually want to pass the href, and this is in Next.js documentation. So if you always want to customize the link the way that we are gonna do, because I want to have like a button that is a hyperlink and the cursor is pointer. So the href from next link will be passed through this button. So let's say that this will be home. And I think I can just use the same kind of property. Do we have? Oh yeah, we have it. So we can do this header. Okay. All right. So see, now we have the home page here, a home screen. So yeah, that's great. So we are making some sort of progress. And let's just finish up the user dropdown, because I want to go directly to the application right after that. I want to start actually doing something. So let's go for Flex, align. Do I need Flex? Maybe not. So what I will actually want is, I want a button Okay, and I want this button to be like I think they have like a menu button or something like that. Yeah, I want something like this. Let me see. So a menu button. So I want something like this. So with the username. So this is a menu with a menu button and a menu list. So let's just add this. Maybe we don't even need flex, but we will have some distinction based if the user is actually logged in or not. So we will have to display this menu if the user is logged in, and we will have to display the buttons if the user exists. So I think I will just wrap up everything in a flex just to make sure that everything is in the same place. So align items, I will also want to do center here in this case. Maybe this is a bit useless in this case, but let's try it out. So let's start with the logged in user because we are logged in. So if we have a session and within this session we have our user, then what I will want to do is I want to print out this menu. Okay, I will just have to import those components from Chakra UI. So menu group, menu item group, and I don't think I actually will need like a divider. Maybe I can just like erase this and let's see if we can make this, if this is working just by default. Maybe, yeah, it's here, great. So we don't actually need this menu options group because we are not gonna group anything. There we go, so let's just move this out. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, great, we have ascending. This menu list, I don't care about a minimum width here, and I just want to make sure that all the items are centered, aligned. Okay, and I think because this is like a menu option, this is like a selection context, I actually don't want that. I want just a menu item. It's not an option. So I will just remove this and import menu item. Let's just fix this here. Okay, and basically this will be our logout button. So let's just maybe create this logout. So this will be a hyperlink, and Nextauth already do that kind of thing for us, right? So they already do the sign out. We just have to redirect the user to the sign out page, and this is just like standard. So I just have to pass an href to /API/auth/sign out, just in case you want to know where to find. I know that there is like a page here that they actually describe here. So all requests are going to /API/auth/sign-in or callback or sign out. So we are gonna just move it to sign out. And the only thing I want to make sure we are doing fine here is just make sure that we are preventing the fall here. So e.prevent the fall. And just in case we have problems with the page, I can manually call sign out method. And this is just something that I want to use to make sure this will sign out our user. So that should work already. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we have our logout. Before clicking in that button to actually log out, I want to just maybe add the user avatar with the user name or user email. So, and I want to customize a bit this button because this is too big. So let's try this out. So this is a button. I want a smaller size. There we go. I want to have like a right icon. I think it's like that because this is a button, right? Icon. I know that this exists in menu button. Let's see. Do we have like a right? Yeah, we have. See? We have right icon because I want this chevron down icon. This is exactly what I want. So right icon, let's import this icon here, let's save it. We should be fine. Yes, we are. I want this to be variant ghost. I don't know why the auto-completion is not working properly, but because this is a button, we should be able to access all buttons properties. So we are good here. This is better. And basically what I want here is I want an H stack. So this is a component from Chakra, and this is a specific component to deal with data that will be stacked in horizontal, similar to Flex. But yeah, H stack, there we go. And I want to add an avatar. So this is just an avatar bubble. And the sizing will be XS, and I want the source. I think let's even just take a look. I think this is the session property. I also have like Prisma for that, and I know that I have the image in the user, so I can just grab that. So if session.user.image, if we have like the image, we have auto-completion thanks to Prisma. If we don't have this, I basically want to provide an avatar. I think there is like dice bear. Let's see, I think it's avatar dice bear or something. Yeah, there you go. So we can just grab like a free kind of avatar here based on what you choose, and they are free to use, so we can provide like a default avatar. I don't know which I will want to use. Maybe like some bot. So let's maybe just grab this. Can we do that? Maybe where it is. I just want to grab like any kind of default avatar. So I can just do avatars, dice bear, bots, and then I just have to provide some sort of seed. So this seed is the name of the bot. Maybe we can just grab this one. And what this one is, I don't know what this one is. Which one we want? Oh, come on, where do I put this? So installation, I know that I can just grab it and use. I don't want to to stay too much time here. So which are the seeds? Oh, I think in the, yeah, maybe I can just go grab here your custom seeds. So maybe feature request app or something like that, and then I can just, oh yeah, great, this is what I wanted. So we can generate a free avatar as a default. Okay, there we go. I just have to close my tag here. There we go. And I think that's that for my avatar. And then finally, because we are inside of an H stack, I also want to print out some content. So session.user.name. This can be nullable, so we will print out session.user.email. And if we look up, yeah, there we go. We have my name here, the logout button. So this should be fine. I don't know if there's anything else that I actually want to do aside from that. So I can log out, and then we probably will, yeah, we have to just provide a way to actually allow the users to log in. So right here, if we don't have a session, so the opposite, basically what I want to do is I want to provide a button to sign in. Okay, so let's try it out. So I want a button that is as href here. Probably I will have just to wrap out a link again, because this is, maybe I should do that with the logout, but okay, so there we go. Let's just add a button, and then the href for this link will be slash API slash auth slash sign in. Maybe I want to do that. I think I will just add in the button just like I did before here. So exactly like here. So because I want to use the signing method from NextAuth library. So let's add color scheme. We are using blue all over the place. So let's just add blue with the variant outline. And we want the href. Just like we saw before, is slash API slash auth slash sign in. There we go. Okay, and then one click event. Let's go for event, and we want to e.prevent default, and we want to sign in. And this is coming from NextAuth. Let me just see if I have a comment. No, we don't. We are almost short in time, but let's just try to finish this up. So when we hover this, I also want to provide some styling. So I want to maybe put like a blue 300 or something. Okay, and basically I want to sign in. Let's see. All right, so we have a sign in button. If I click it, we go to the default NextAuth signing page. The user can sign in with GitHub, and now we are seeing the username. All right, that's pretty cool. Do we need to do anything else with the header, or are we done here? Maybe are we done? So header is fine. I might end up this part here. So before even continuing, I will just add a container, because this is the like backbone of the application. So max with it. I also want to use container LG to be exactly the same kind of container that we are using in header. Later on, if we want, we might want to extract and create an actual like variable for general container. Then we don't have to guess if it's LG or MD or whatever. But for now, since things are simpler, I can just add this here. So now at least I'm making sure that all content will go within the same kind of grid. And I think now we are kind of fine with the general structure of the application. I know that is like a bit odd, this kind of button. This route does not exist right now. We will create this route. Maybe this is actually what we want to do right now, and we can achieve that pretty quickly. I will just comment that. Okay, first of all, we actually added Chakra UI icons dependency. Okay, so let's comment this out. And now we are gonna close the second ticket. So let's just comment out. So create base layout, and this will closes the second ticket. So let's go here. Let's push. We are good. And we are short on time, but yeah, we already like are over with the time. But I think I just want to make sure that this like this part is done. I think we can create it pretty quickly. So I will just add a new page here for admin, just like we added here in the link, right? So we have in our header /admin/spaces. This is what the home will bring us. So admin spaces, there we go. And then I want to do index.tsx. And here I just want to add like a very slim page. So I will call this admin spaces component. I don't have like much conventions here. I'm just trying to maybe follow through the naming that I put in the pages to be the component name. This way I can find easier with the Devtools. So this is it. And I just want to return, maybe I want to return just the layout, and I will probably just move things from what I put it here inside of spaces. So I want to show something cool before we end up things. So let's just erase a bit on the things that we don't need here. So there we go. I will just move this use session here to here. Okay. All right. So we have this here. I want to also import sign out and signing. And I want to show just something very quick and cool. Because we are using the latest version of Next and Next Auth, Next already has a capability for middlewares, so we can actually add a middleware within our pages route, and this middleware will run in the server before rendering the page, and then we can do some processing, and we can redirect the users based in this kind of processing. And in this case, I want the Spaces page to be an admin page, so only logged in users can access it. So one cool thing that we can actually add is underscore middleware.ts, and it's very straightforward. So Next Auth has a middleware called with auth. That's it. So basically, what I want to do is I want to export default from NextAuth middleware. This means that this page will only be accessed by logged in users. I know that like we are doing some checking here, but yeah, it doesn't matter. But this page will only be accessed through logged in users. And then what we can actually do within Next config is we want to make sure that we are always redirecting the user to this admin spaces page. This means that when the user first hits slash, Next will redirect the user to the admin spaces page. So this one here, it will hit up the middleware. If the user is not authenticated, the user will be redirected to the login page, and then we can start our flow. So redirects, so this is the kind of property that we need, and this redirects will return for us an array of routes that we want to redirect, and basically is from source of slash, and we will go for the destination of slash admin slash spaces, and I want this to be permanent. So basically what this will do is this will rewrite the browser history, and the users won't be able to actually go back to the slash. So if we refresh page, I think now things should work. Yeah, okay, and I think I can even like delete index. So let's just try to sign in. Oh yeah, and maybe something is odd here. Let me just try to maybe come here, empty cache and reload, and let's see if this will work. So right now this is not working. So I removed the index page, so this is fine. So we should just have like, let me see if I can just admin slash spaces. So I'm having like some sort of like problems with my middleware. So did I configure that right? Well, I think we are actually out of time. I will just take a look on that later, and I think I will just close up the session for now. Oh yeah, export default admin spaces. I think that was the problem maybe. So admin slash spaces or not. Well, I will take a look later, and we will probably have a new session to actually continue doing that. I like it's a shame that I couldn't make this work. Maybe this is like a caching issue. Maybe if I sign up, yeah, I will just take a look. Spaces admin. Admin slash spaces. Yeah, this is not working. I will see what the hell happened here, but we will fix that together later. I won't just fix up and we will start from green. I will just take a look later. Yeah, and I think we are way out of time. So thank you so much for for like being present here. This is the second time we had. I had some problems in the beginning setting up the equipment, so sorry about that. I will edit. And next time we will just fix this problem, and we will finally model the database, and probably we will reach out the screen itself, and we will finally fetch from the database and start our application, like finally doing something regarding the application that is not like configuration or conceptual or like conceptions. And yeah, thank you so much for all the presence here, and yeah, I wish you a great week. And next, I will just have a stream next week because I'm traveling this weekend. And yeah, see you later. Bye bye.